Ten Hag is finally sacked after having a very poor performance against West Ham. Welcome to this week preview. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on all our social media platforms. My name is Abdul. This is Sport Talk with Abdul. The first game on my list is Newcastle versus Arsenal. It's going to be a big game for the week. I think Arsenal are favorite for this game. Though Newcastle lost 2-1 against Chelsea last week, they got their revenge in the Carabao Cup, winning 2-0. So Arsenal are still going to miss some key players in this game. Saliba is going to be much available for selection in this game, and I think Arsenal needed this win because they need to be up there in the table. So I think Arsenal is going to have a slim win of 2-1. Next game I have is Bournemouth versus Manchester City. Bournemouth won Arsenal and drew last week with Aston Villa. So City should not take them for granted because they are full of surprise. So I think Manchester City, with the experience they have, may still edge Bournemouth in this game, grinding out the result of winning 2-1. Ipswich versus Leicester City. This game looks like a game that Ipswich can get a win from because they are still looking for a win so far this season. So it's going to be a difficult game to predict because Ipswich are looking for a win. Best pick for me is both of them to score a 1-1 draw. But I think Ipswich may still grind the result and snatch a win of 2-1. Following Ipswich game on my list is Liverpool versus Brighton. Liverpool got a good draw as far as I'm concerned against Arsenal last week. On record, Liverpool had the best defense this season so far in the Premier League. Anfield is always a fortress for Liverpool anytime, any day. I think the best bet for this game is Brighton to score, but Liverpool will be too hot for Brighton. I think Liverpool is going to win this game 2-1. Next game I have is Nottingham Forest playing against West Ham. Both had a win last week. Nottingham Forest have been good so far, so I will not be surprised if I see them playing in Europe next season. So this is a very difficult game to predict because Nottingham Forest this season, so far they are full of confidence. They are better than West Ham in terms of the league position and the performance so far in this season. So I think Nottingham Forest is going to have an edge over West Ham by winning 1-0. The next game I have is Southampton playing against Everton. They need a win as soon as possible because they are still languishing in 20th position. They had a very good game against Manchester City last week, even though they lost that game. On the flip side, Everton need this win too because they need to win. They need to get back to good form because otherwise, if they don't win this game, they may slip back to 20th position or be battling in the bottom of the table. So it's going to be a difficult game to predict because Everton and Southampton are still both in 16th and 20th position. So I think Everton is going to edge this game. Very difficult game. Everton is going to edge this game 2-1. The next game I have on my list is Wolverhampton playing against Crystal Palace. Relegation battle game because Wolves are 19th and Palace are 17th on the table. So Palace won Tottenham last week against all odds, which was a fantastic game, a fantastic result they had. So on the other side too, Wolves had a good draw. Then both teams are looking for points this season. They need the win. So those last week results could be a turning point for them this season. It could be a moral booster for them, but the game is going to be difficult. It is another difficult game to predict, but I think Wolves is going to have their first win by winning Crystal Palace 2-1. The next game I have is a tough one, which is Tottenham versus Aston Villa. Villa have been fantastic so far. They have been performing, having the results so far. And Tottenham this season are not too predictable this season because sometimes they win and sometimes they will just have a very bad performance. So last week was not a good result for Tottenham at all because they lost their game against Crystal Palace. So I think Villa are in form. So they will be taking that form going into this game. They need the win because they need to stay afloat for the UEFA Champions League. Of them to score themselves, but I think Aston Villa is still going to edge Tottenham 2-1. My match of the week is Manchester United playing against Chelsea. The last time these two met, Pochettino and Erik ten Hag were in charge. United had a terrible loss last week, which led to Ten Hag being sacked. They lost to West Ham United. Ten Hag is out, and Ruud van Nistelrooy is in interim basis taking charge in this game. So I beg Enzo Maresca, I want you to use Sancho because I want to test something. I want to see something in this game. So based on current form and based on the result Chelsea have been having this season and Cole Palmer effect, I think Chelsea is going to win this game 2-1. Last game but not the least for this week is Fulham versus Brentford. Fulham are in 10th position, Brentford are in 9th position. So this game is going to be a fantastic one. I personally feel last week Fulham threw their games away. They should have won that game against Everton. So Brentford had a massive win last week. So I see them having a moral boost coming into this game. So this game is written all over it that it's going to be a draw. But anything can happen in EPL, more especially the last game of the week. So it's always going to be interesting. Anyone can take this game though, but I still think this game is going to end in a 1-1 draw.